Have you ever wondered why 80% of student pilots quit their flight training? The truth behind pilot dropouts will shock you. Today, I'll be breaking down the 3 top reasons why so many student pilots drop out, and more importantly, how you can avoid becoming a part of that statistic. Make sure you watch to the end because you don't want to miss reason number 1. Reason number 3, psychological and physical challenges. When passion meets pressure, a lot can happen. The dream of flight is so powerful. So are the pressures behind it. After the thrill of the first solo flight, many students hit what's known as the solo plateau. Suddenly, the training gets harder, more complex, and less glamorous. Some students start thinking, this isn't fun anymore. Maybe flying isn't for me. The workload, the knowledge, the responsibility, it's demanding. If flying stops feeling like freedom and starts feeling like school, motivation, no pun intended, crashes. For others, physical struggles like air sickness or failing to maintain a medical certificate can stop their aviation career before it truly begins. What does it take to succeed? Well, flight training requires resilience, mentally, emotionally, and physically. You have to want to be a pilot. You have to desire it. You've got to love it. That's the only way you're going to make it through. Reason number 2, instructional and structural failures. The pipeline problem. CFI teachings, delays, confused students, canceled flights. It all adds up. But even those with money and motivation can hit a wall inside the training system itself. Some schools, they lack structure. Students get no roadmap, no clear milestones, just chaos. And then there are instructors. Let's be honest, not all CFIs are created equal. I've had some terrible CFIs. Some CFIs are laser focused on just building hours, building enough time, get their 1,500 hours so they can make it to the airlines. And this causes them to not be focused on the teaching. A disengaged CFI, or even worse, a disgruntled CFI, one who's stuck in the rut, has the aspirations on moving to the next level, but can't because the airlines aren't necessarily hiring at the moment. A disgruntled CFI can absolutely destroy a student's confidence. Then comes the check ride factor. Failing any of your check rides is a gut punch, not only financially, but also psychologically. Some students never recover from that setback. But if you happen to have that setback, I provide a coaching service. Click the link in the description below and I can help you get over that setback. So what should you do? Your instructor and your training environment can make or break your aviation journey. So choose your CFI wisely if you can, because I know there are some accelerated programs like the one that I went to where you don't really get a choice. If it becomes a big enough problem, well, then you have to go to the chief pilot of the operation and demand a switch, which you can do. You have that option. After all, you are a paying customer, a very well paying customer. Choose your instructor, make sure you're making the right decision. And if the training environment is chaotic, then consider switching flight schools if you can. And the number 1 reason why 70 to 80% of student pilots quit flight training is finances and time. That's the first major barrier for most people in flight training. Flight training isn't cheap. To become an airline first officer in the US, pilots must log 1,500 flight hours. And the total cost to obtain those flight hours can easily exceed $100,000. Some estimates push close to $200,000. Many students want to fly. They just can't afford the runway to get there. Even those who start training sometimes run out of funding halfway through, and that is tragic. And then there's time. Flight school demands a massive commitment. Juggling flying, ground school, work, family, it's overwhelming. If flying isn't a top priority, your progress slows. Your skills undoubtedly fade, motivation drops, and students tend to disappear. So what should you do? If you can't commit financially, or if you can't commit schedule-wise, flight training will quickly fall apart. Flight training requires a lot of you. It demands a lot of your time. You're gonna have to dedicate yourself to it in order to complete it, in order to succeed. Me, for instance, when I got the opportunity to go to flight school and go from zero to hero, I quickly jumped at that opportunity. I put my 2 weeks in at my job, moved from North Carolina to Florida, and for the next 5-6 months, dedicated myself to the program. And I dedicated myself to the flight trainer. And for me to be able to do that and not have to worry about a job, paying bills, that worked out for me. And my support system was able to assist me with doing that. Some of you may not have that same support system. Some of you may not be able to go to a flight school full time. You have to do it part time. You are definitely going to have to prioritize your time management, and you're going to have to split time between working and split time between family duties. It's going to take you a little bit longer to make it through flight training, but it can be done. Whether you're doing it full-time or part-time, gotta dedicate yourself, gotta have your time management on point, and you've gotta see it all the way through. Once you start, don't stop, keep going. Let's recap. How to beat the dropout odds. Why do 80% of student pilots quit? Crushing costs, lack of structure and support, the mental grind that kills the joy of flying. But here's the good news. You can be in the 20 to 30% who make it with planning, discipline, and the right flight school environment. If flying is your dream, do not quit on yourself. The aviation industry needs you, and your dream job, it's waiting. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for more aviation content, and drop a comment below. Also, the best way you can support this channel is by clicking on this video right here. This is the best way that you can support this channel. Click on this video right here. And also, click on the links in the description below. Go ahead, click those links to get access to my free ebook. I got plenty of good aviation resources on those links. And I also provide coaching service, right? So click on those links below. Until next time, stay motivated. Keep learning. I'm Brian, your flying mentor, and I'll catch you on the next one.